YouTube's online. Cool. Yeah, maybe I'll do Telegram next time. Seems like it needs some configuration. And TikTok. I've been hearing TikTok is really good. The more eyeballs we can get, the bigger our community grows. So try to see where crypto lovers are hanging out. I'm sure TikTok's got a lot. Telegram's got a lot. Maybe Instagram, YouTube. Anyway, I'll configure this for next time. I think my, let's see, Restream.io. Can do 3 channels. Yeah, let's start with that. And then if we want more channels, we can upgrade the plan. Anyway, all right. The goal here is, as we flesh this out a little more, I'm going to try to vibe code as much as possible. I think people like to see that. And I'm going to try to, deliver, want to deliver often. I mean, you all are addicted to instant gratification. I understand. So am I. So for everybody that's like wants to see D.E.V delivering every day, I got to structure this in a way where there's something tangible for you all to see every like day or 2 days. So what does that look like? That looks like, we'll start with the front end maybe, right? We'll start with the front end. Actually, we got to start with the agent, if anything. We start with the agent, then you all can start messaging them. Problem is X is a bitch, so we got to figure out our subscription with X. We're already paying them $200 a month, and that's apparently not enough. And there's no support. So yeah, anyway, if we start with the agent, then you guys can like go ahead and start making buy offers. But the problem is you might abuse it and go make buy offers to like start spamming agents, and then the product's not even ready. So you know what? I'm gonna leave the agent till the end. I don't want us to jump the gun. So I'll start with the front end. The front end will show the payment link basically. We're gonna need like a good test subject, something that we can always go back to. We've got a seller agent and a buyer agent already, so we can use Ticker Telco and PayAI Intern. Let me think. All right. How to go about this? Yeah, I'll say start with the front end. We'll start with the front end. Then we'll build out plan to deliver daily for community happiness. Plan to deliver daily for keep community bullish. First, start with the front end. Second, and even if it's something basic, like what I'd like it to be is like you guys can start basic, but must be deployed. B, add coming soon labels for everything that still needs to be built. C, C, start with mock data. D, that's cool. 2, move on to the back end. Set up the database, smart contract. Now, move on to the back end. So there's a lot that goes on here. So we'll figure out how to handle all of this. But to keep like the deliverable I want by the end of today is architecture, right? We're just coming up with the plan today. We're coming up with the plan, and we're gonna set the stage for what's to come. The more we can think and simplify here, the better. I don't want to write any code today or much code today. Like the deliverable is going to be a bunch of repositories on GitHub with readmes inside them. Yeah. So with that said, where was I? Start with the front end, move on to the back end, set up auth, set up. Should we allow you guys to make to hire somebody through the front through a front end, or should we do it through MCP? Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it through MCP. So basically, we will test our system as we're going by using the MCP server, which means we got to build it out as we're going as well. So it currently allows you to browse agents. The first thing that we'll do is allow you to make offers. Actually, the first thing that we'll do is we'll like create a very basic front end. And then it's going to have fake data, right? With coming soon labels. And then We'll move on to the back end. We'll actually move on to the MCP server. Move on to MCP server. Start developing the make offer. As part of the make offer tool, we're going to have to build out the backend, which will include this will force us to start the backend. No need for smart contracts just yet. Move on to the backend, set up the database. No smart contracts yet. Set up the database. God, this autocomplete. Fuck you. Leave me alone. Set up the database. Allow me to create a new offer using the MCP server. This doesn't involve any funds yet, right? No smart contracts. It's just going to be the database, set up the backend routes, and the database. Allow me to create a new offer using the MCP server. There will be no authentication yet. Anyone can create an offer. It's a little dangerous, but whatever. Like, we're in development, we can just blow it away if we need to. After that, once we've gotten to a point where we can create an offer, maybe we'll. Oh, I forgot a piece here. PayAI SDK. Yeah. So the PayAI SDK is for sellers mainly, right? So now we created an offer. Next, we're going to let a seller anyone can create an offer. Let's see. Anyone can create an offer. Sure. Sorry, guys, give me a second. Need to reset my brain. Let's see what we got. Mm. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Maybe I can do some community interaction. I just hit writer's block. Developer's block. And I'm gonna take a couple minutes just to unwind. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Wow, still going, huh? Is this gonna become a stream of another stream? Dude, how many hours has it been? I would actually like to see what's going on here. I don't really know what this Elizafy stuff is. Let's see. I know Shaw's been streaming it the last few days. That's funny. So somebody tell me, what is Elizafy? I mean, this is Elizafy is based on something else, right? Is it Amplify? What's the name of like the tech that they're using? You know, this might be too slow. Let's go to Discord. Eliza. Is Shaw streaming? Or is he stuck? Hyperfi.xyz. What is going on there? What goes on there? Chill.hyperfi.xyz. Let's check it out. Hyperfi.xyz. It's quite slow. Or is it my internet? Come on. Okay. Let's try chill.hyperfi.xyz. Show me what you got. Looks borked. Tis borked, my friends. Tis borked. World building for everyone. Which reminds me, world building for everyone. I don't know about you guys, but Gavin Belson. No, I want Gavin Belson specifically. Classic. All right, thank you. Needed that. I've been watching Silicon Valley again, and it's bringing back good memories. So Hyperfi is world building for everyone, making the world a better place. Identity, worlds, agents, apps, ecosystems. Cool. We'll look into it later. Let's jump back to what we were doing. So what we're gonna do now is go back to cursor. Yeah. So PayAI SDK is gonna have two main functions. A two main functions. Basically that. Just gonna end it here. And then as we build this out, I plan to have a deliverable for every stage or for every step of the way. So like we can even define the deliverables here. So like start with the front end. Start with mock data, add coming soon. Yeah, deliverable, basic front end with mock data. Move on to the MCP server with make offer tool. Make offer should allow the user to specify an agent and a payment amount. An agent, a payment amount, and a request. right? Example, yeah, write me a birthday message for my friend for 0.5 at Dolos Diary. Write me a birthday message for my friend for 0.5 sol. Cool. So yeah, deliverable will be a video, or will be on the stream, but we can make a video of it as well. MCP server would make offer tool. Move on to the backend. Set up the backend routes and the database. That's kind of even if this data doesn't go anywhere, this will use mock data as well. The MCP server can send the offer to a dummy route on the backend. Actually, it could just send it. Yeah, can send the offer to the screen. To standard IO. All right, then when we have the backend, set up routes and database, allow me to create a new offer using the MCP server, right? There will be no authentication yet, right? Once the backend receives the offer, it should store it in the database. And echo the offer back to the user. Deliverable MCP would make offer tool and backend routes. Let's flesh this out a little more, right? Create a new offer, right? So here are the routes that we'll need. Yeah. Routes needed would be yeah, that's kind of like that. We'll have, I don't know if we want to have a page that kind of lists all the offers. I don't think we don't need that at first. Just create. So post means create, get means to get. So like we can create a offer, right? Creates new offer. Creates a new offer. Return the offer. Require the following fields: agent ID, payment amount, request description. Oh, why did this change? Interesting. Can you not? Can you go back to being what you were? It's not a YAML file. PayAI V2 architecture. Let's go ahead and take all of that here. So routes needed. API offers, post, create a new offer, return the offer. Require the following fields. We said we're gonna make it send the agent ID, payment amount, a request. Okay. In the future, it'll need more stuff like once we have authentication, we'll know who sent it. We'll basically get all of this stuff that's here. So we'll know who sent it, their message, created at, the message, where it came from. So status ID. Payment link status, it'll default to pending. And we wanted to create a payment link ID. That should be a hard requirement here. Create a new offer. Oh my goodness. I want to use more AI stuff. Let me start vibe coding and stop typing shit myself. I don't want to lose this, so maybe in a new file. All right, let me just, since I'm flowing, let's get a little more out, and then we can use AI to help us format and flesh some stuff out. So we at least want to create an offer, and we at least want to be able to retrieve an offer based on its payment link ID. Update and delete can come later, if ever. And once we have this, then we can hook up the front end to it so that it can do its thing. Yeah, set up the database. Just keep it at that. To support the data. Mention below. Deliverable will be, the deliverable that I'd like to see is MCP server receives the offer that it creates. Deliverable 2 would be just that, actually. 3, 4, go back to front end. Like, who knows? These could be done in a couple days. They could be done in longer. So we're chucking them up into small deliverables, and if we get more done, that's great. And if not, at least there's something to show you all, so that it's not radio silence. Lol. LOL. All right, go back to the front end. Fetch, wire up the missing details. Wire up the following details. Agent ID, payment and ID, agent ID, payment amount, request description. Cool. From there, we're gonna go to. We can do two things. We can do authentication, or we can do payment. Authentication or payment. Because the seller agent is going to need both of those to get started on its work. So can do, let's do payment first. I think we'll do payment first. Just having a hard time thinking of what the deliverables would be for that. Because it's going to be a smart contract, and like, it's kind of hard to show that shit. Start developing smart contract. Start smart contract development. The nice thing is we've already got an escrow based payment system. We can adapt some of the stuff. We've also got some experience now with Solana smart contracts, but like this could be a few day thing. So how can we make this like fun and have deliverables? Oh, you know what? At this point, so we can wire up the front end. We can also let MCP server fetch payment link and its data. Yeah. So then that's pretty simple. Deliverable. Deliverable here would be that user can fetch offer from MCP server, can fetch payment link using MCP server and get a similar display as the front end. Yep. Yep. Once that's done, so now the front end can see the created offers, the MCP server can see the created offers. Now we got to be able to pay for the thing. So smart contract development, allow payments for services. What's that gonna look like? Allow payments, allow funding of escrow account. So to start, this will look like Backend has to derive the same PDA that the smart contract would derive. I think that would be quite simple. Probably seeds will include perhaps the payment link ID. What else? Payment link ID. That could be it, to be honest. I mean, yeah. That's probably it for now. Yeah, I could think more about that when I get there. Like, does the smart contract ever need to figure out the payment link ID by itself? I don't see why it would. So that's fine. And then what do we got after that? We'll get it to that point. It'll be on testnet. From there, once the payment is made, right? Once the payment is made, our backend can be subscribed to an event from our smart contracts. And that's what would trigger the webhook. Can also pull. Okay, that's cool. We'll just go with that for now. Yeah. Oops. Don't look at that. So 2 hours in. Let's go, guys. Nice. Any updates or anything, or we're all good? We're all good. Cool. I really want to put a laptop in his hand. I don't know how I'm gonna get him rolling weed, but instead of weed, he's like sprinkling some code on a laptop. I think that would be next level. Hey, that's us. Thanks, Austin. Appreciate you, man. All right. So let's get back to it. For anybody that's new or joining the stream now, uh, basically we're creating the architecture for PayAI V2, let's call it. PayAI V2 is going to enable um, human, specifically crypto Twitter to AI agent interactions. Uh, from the buyer's side, so from DGen side, it's going to look like, hey, XYZ agent, I want to hire you for 10 sol to do this cool thing. That's going to make my community go viral. And then AI agent goes, and then, a payment link is generated. DGen funds the account. And then seller gets notified that someone just funded an account, and then they can accept the payment and start working. Sorry, accept the job and start working. And if they're not on the PayAI network, then there are like super simple steps to install the PayAI SDK and get started working. And once they deliver the work, initially we'll review it. Eventually we'll have an AI agent review it. It'll be pretty simple. Like, the nice thing is it'll be simple to review at first because it's all generated by an AI agent. Like, the request is clear, the delivery of work is clear. It's all going to be like text or image based, and then from there, the AI agent can determine pass or fail, release funds or don't release funds. Cool. And then in that process, I'm developing like a plan of deliverables so that community doesn't get bored while we develop. So, so escrow, B. So what would be the deliverable here? Deliverable, a screenshot or video showing the ability to fund escrow payments. Seven. Actually, this will be 8. 7. Listen for the smart contract funding event, the escrow funding event by the backend. Subscribe to RPC server to know when the escrow was funded. B, trigger once the escrow is funded, notify, do a few things actually. Funded, update, update the payment link, the payment status, we called it. Payment link status from pending to funded. Notify the agent via webhook. And then front end will automatically update front end to show to show the payment link status, say funded. There should be instructions for the AI agent developer to download the PayAI SDK and get started. As easily as possible. This can say coming soon. And then we move on to the PayAI SDK. So the deliverable here is deliverable is showing the front end, say funded, and have a coming soon instruction for coming soon label for instructions on PayAI SDK. Next, we move on to the PayAI SDK. It needs two main functions: notify the agent via webhook or WebSocket. Let's just start with webhook to begin. Keep it simple. When payment is received, this actually happens on the back end. This doesn't happen as part of the SDK. What the SDK should do is allow you to set up the webhook, or set up the WebSocket listener. What's it going to be, webhook or WebSocket listener? Let's see. Hey, I'm building. Copy paste. Hey, check out this plan so far. And let me know if the trade-offs between supporting a webhook versus a WebSocket listener in my SDK, in the PayAI SDK to begin with. What are the trade-offs of using a webhook versus WebSocket when starting the PayAI SDK? Webhook simplicity for integration. Most backends already expose an HTTP endpoint to receive posts. No long-lived connection management is required. Facts. Your SDK just needs to issue an HTTP callback on payment event. So it just sets up that endpoint. And it needs to obviously open up a web server, basically. Easier to secure and firewall standard HTTPS traffic you can rely on. Yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, for this, like, we'll, if the SDK doesn't respond with a 200 that it received the webhook request, then the PayAI server will just keep retrying. Maybe it will retry with a backoff. That makes sense. If many payments settle at once, you'll get a burst of. That's okay. WebSockets, real-time low latency, payments can be pushed instantly, reliably. Open the socket by the directional control channel. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think the latency is that important. I don't think we need to keep a connection open. The benefit of WebSockets is lower latency, or one of the main benefits. The connection stays open, so there's no reconnection that needs to happen, no like handshakes, etc. Opening up the connection. It's not like agents are racing to do the work or anything. Like there's no benefit in being fast here. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Thanks, bro. Nice work. All right, be right back. Gonna take a leak. All right. Back. We are so back. What is going on? Is market dumping right now? Sweet. All right, all right, all right. Where are we at? So webhooks is the move. And then when the webhook, once webhook is received, agent can start working. Alternatively, if agent missed the webhook, agent can query for payment link. Alternatively, or what we would need is agent can query for all their jobs. This might be the better way to go, actually. Agent queries for all their jobs. We can have that like as part of the SDK. They just call it, and every like 60 seconds or something, every minute, the agent queries to see if anything changed and if they have any new jobs. I think that would be a better V0 as well, because you know we gotta first get the demand before we start making cool stuff. Like even simpler than webhook is just agent queries to see if they have any new jobs. Because in the case where webhooks like fail, or in the case where our server tries to notify an agent via webhook and the agent is unresponsive or offline, our webhook requests keep failing from the server side. We keep backing off and like, okay, we're gonna try to deliver this to the agent in 12 hours, but like the agent comes back online in 6 hours. They'll probably want to poll first. They'll poll and they'll get the notification before the webhook even delivers it. So I think the safer option is to make it poll based to begin with, and then make it make it poll based to begin with, and then turn on webhooks later if we're seeing demand for it. Two main functions. Yeah. Gonna say look for new jobs. A webhook, a poll, polling, B webhooks. Nice to have. So we'll move this up here. SDK provides an easy way for agent to poll for any new jobs. If found, if new jobs exist, send the agent the details as a callback. Details and let them run their code. Just gonna remove webhooks for now. Just remove it completely so it doesn't. I want to keep it there for completeness. Like, yeah, we thought about it, but it's just getting in the way, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to trip up the AI later. We're only gonna keep what we're gonna use. Webhooks can be like another version. Uh, allow agent to deliver the work to the buyer. So if the new job exists, send the agent the details and let them do their work, run their code. This would probably be a callback. And then allow the agent to deliver their work to the buyer. So, so agent SDK should provide agent with a function or with a way to submit their work, to deliver their work, to submit proof of their work, i.e. a link pointing to the content that they created. B, so the database needs to support that. We're just going to add it as a URL to begin with. So like, work started. Let's call this work delivered. Payment complete. Payment released. Payment complete. We've got URL of delivered work. URL of proof of work. Proof of work URL. Proof of work URL. Cool. So, thank you, sir. Appreciate the support. You the man. Okay. Agent delivers the work. Wonder if this is like this is gonna need a new endpoint. Um, this will require an endpoint on a route, an endpoint on the backend that allows an agent to deliver all of their work, to see all of the all of their contracts, right? Or like all of their contracts, and then filter it by status, funded. If new jobs exist, send the agent the details and let them run their code via fallback. Agent should mark the job as in progress if they don't want the buyer to protect in progress to protect themselves from doing work from the buyer withdrawing funds while they do work. Yeah. So this can be, so this is chunked up into two. Look for new jobs. We're gonna have a deliverable here. So look for new jobs. Excuse me. Deliverable. Deliverable here would be deliverable would be screenshot or video of an agent seeing 5 open jobs, 5 funded, 3 funded jobs, right? How can this deliverable be cooler? So we've got the SDK, agent can see new jobs, screenshot or video of an agent seeing 3 funded jobs. That could be cool. Could be like a tweet from Ticker Taco's profile saying, yeah. All right. As I go through these, I'll try to, as like this gets closer, I'll try to make sure that the deliverables, like try to get the most bang for our buck showcase wise. Okay, fine. 9. More PayAI SDK. Or maybe um, shit. Payment funding status. Funded. We're no longer doing webhooks. Update front end to show the payment link should say funded. There should be instructions. Cool. Look for new jobs. Okay. Could also be like the MCP server. Um, allow the MCP server to pull for new jobs. Uh, perhaps the MCP server uses the PayAI SDK. Okay. Allow the agent to deliver the work to the buyer. Yeah, I don't know. This is getting complex. Maybe I can let me just save this. Let's start creating some GitHub repos. Let's plug this bad boy in. Let me see. Can you see my screen? Yes, we can. Cool. I mean, we're almost done, but like, what have I neglected here? We've touched on the MCP server. We've touched on the smart contracts, database, backend, front end. Um, let's see, the X agent. That's gonna come last. I mean, we're not done here, but we've got a good amount of content to work with. So I'm just gonna shift gears a little bit because my brain's getting fried. Just to do some like repository creation on GitHub. It's a good time to also create an organization for PayAI. I think Notorious D.E.V is profile, GitHub profile is cool, but like it can look a little more professional. Let me fill up some water. I'll be right back. We'll start with that. Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. Gang, gang. We're back. And we're back. All right. Give me a second. Oh no, we're mirroring. All right, let's start. Let's start here. You're gonna create a new org for PayAI. Let's start moving shit there. That's annoying. No, no. Chill, chill, chill. Sorry, guys. I'm just dealing with something real quick. Give me like 5 minutes. right. So, sorry guys. Back. We back. Let's invite the notorious. Oh, he's already a member. Great. We're gonna add all of our repos here. Yes, let's change the avatar. Notorious. Quite all right. PayAI or PayAI or PayAI like that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, geez. Um, that's not what I want to do. Useless. Useless. Let's do this again. How I did this last time. Xcaddraw.com. Put that over here. Where did you go? Let's put that over here. Yes, that is correct. AI. Oh man. So not bad. All right, we're back. Um, okay. Probably got to add two-factor off this bad boy. But let me look at this from the outside. You're on the outside looking in. Now tell me what you see. Okay. It's good. It's good. Let's start adding some repos here. Okay. Here. Notorious. Let's transfer this bad boy. Transferring this could be a problem. I have to update the ELISA registry. Okay, I'll do this last. I'll do this one last. Or you know what? Let's try transferring this. Let's see what happens. Let us see what happens. Transfer. Transfer. Yes. Oh geez, Rick. I think it's good. I'll do these later. Let me focus on our new repositories. Not a big fan of mono repos. I think I'll create them separately. Can I specify the org here? Nice. So let's go with let me transfer the MCP server. Yeah. Notorious transfer. So welcome to any new folks. We're hitting what? Are we hitting 3 hours now? Oh, we already crossed the 3-hour mark. Cool. Basically, we're going over our plans for MCP and PayAI V2. We're gonna do it all at once. Today's more of a architecture design session. Tomorrow or the day after, we'll start digging into development. So I'm gonna create a public repo. So we've got 3 different components, right? We've got front end, back end, and smart contracts. I already have a repo for this. Oh, we've got the MCP server. I'm thinking, let's go with PayAI. PayAI MCP server. PayAI backend. What are we gonna call this? Let's give it a good name. PayAI V2? No. PayAI human to agent backend. H2A backend. Backend of PayAI human to agent service. Add a README. Cool. Create a front end as well. PayAI H2A front end. PayAI front end of no, that was the wrong button. Why'd you do that? Bruh. Delete. All right. Public, README, Apache V2. Cool. And then let's go and create. We got the MCP server. We can also transfer the Solana smart contracts over. So Let me do that. Let's transfer that bad boy. Transfer this bad boy. Okay. We're just gonna start installing, downloading these bad boys. So let's get our local environment set up. Good job, you served well. Exit. Here. iOS. CT. Out. Get that. Start with this. Man, I can't type for shit these days. All right. Backend. And then, and then, and then, and then a front-end, backend, Solana smart contracts. What are we missing? What are we missing? Should I create a repo to hold our plans moving forward? I feel like that's a bit overkill. Or we could just have it. Yeah, why not? Let's call it PayAI planning. I did not notice. GitHub creates tabs now. Let me see. Eliza. Cool. Useful. All right. I guess this one can have our overall plan. This is our document, today's document. Oh, fuck. Bro. Play AI. All right. So let us let's go to the planning repository. Tis no longer here. Tis here. Let's clone that. Git clone. Cool. Is there no like SSH server? Oh, SSH add. Oh, that was a little late, but it's good for next time. PayAI planning. All right, let's copy this in time. Whoa. Let's copy this document. Let's open folder. And let's PayAI planning. What did I call this? New file. Forgot what I called it. Put it here. All right. Be right back. Bathroom break. All right, back at it again with the Vans, Daniel. With the white Vans. Let's see. So we're gonna go with, where am I? Let's flesh this bad boy out. We're gonna start using AI here. First, I'm gonna commit this so I don't lose it. Let's go ahead and commit this. Ah, jeez. I don't even know at this point. Go with that. All right. I'm gonna do some vibe coding tricks. Let's see. Let's see how far this can get us. Notifications. I do have me some saved posts. Where the bookmarks at? Bookmarks. Let's go. I like this one, so we're gonna use this. There's another one. Let me see this one. So this is quite useful. We'll use planner mode today. Uh, all right. We're just gonna use the planner mode mainly. Seems useful. I don't know if this is outdated, to be honest. Oh, yeah, that seems useful. Nice. I'll do that. Turning on vibe coding mode. Wonder if I can turn this on globally. And remember, we're still planning here, but yeah, this one is useful. This one is useful. So let's try to do all these things. We're gonna start with this. Thousands of hours in cursor. Sure. Nice hook. I can try this. Hopefully it doesn't mess it up. Let's try this cursor. Settings, rules. Let's try this as a global for now. Let's try this. Just trying to set up my cursor for some vibe coding. Let's see. Be right back. Gonna get some food. Just got some grub. Let's get back to it. It's in a pretty good zone, so nice. You can still see my screen. Cool. So I'm gonna create some rules. This one goes in .script / update structure. I'll need it in this one though. I'll need this in my other ones. All right, that's fine. That I don't need at the moment. However, what I do need is this bad boy. Put that in user rules, which we did. All right. Let me just make sure it's still there. Settings. Cool. Those profiles do. That's interesting. Huh. Okay. So I want to plan, right? Let's plan. So I want you using the information that you have from this README. Create a new file for each part of the system. With the suffix, with the prefix README. For example, front end, README, front end, README, back end. And for each file, let's go ahead and plan out the build, the architecture, and build. Please ask any questions that you need to before starting. Wait. Damn you. It's going to ask for 04. For the front end, should we include specific UI UX mockups or just describe the components? Do you want to specify any particular Next.js version? Here are the answers to your. It's a lot of questions, bro. Here are the answers. One, no need to include mockups. Please go with the best defaults for Tailwind and Next. 2. Yes, let's include specific endpoint documentation. Please go with the default node and Hono configuration. 3. Database. Database docs should actually be in the front end, and the back end rather. I could just move that later. Yes, please include please include specific table schemas and relationships. Feel free to ask questions if you need. 4. Smart contracts. No need at the moment. 5. Yes, please include installation and usage examples. We are going to skip WebSockets and /webhooks and only implement a polling-based pattern to begin with. 6. To include specific agent integration details. You also detail about our creation and management flow. Yes, include all the tools, all the actions that the MCP server will provide. 7. No need. Actually, you can skip the X agent for now. Would you like me to create these files in a specific directory structure? I'll need to just go. All right, let's see what it comes up with. Open the sandwich. Damn, this thing was cooking. All right, give me a sec. Let's see what this bad boy came up with. I've created 5 comprehensive README files that detail the architecture implementation plans for each major component. Details the front end using Next, Tailwind, and Shad CDN. Outlines the back end using Node and Hono. All right. All right. Let's check it out. See what you did. Jeez. Can we make this? Yeah, like that. XJS is 14 the latest? 14.2. Cool. All right. All right. Agents. Interesting. Creating a page for agents to be able to view agents. All right. That seems like a lot of work. I think we'll just do all right. All right. That's not bad. How to improve this? Yeah. Uh, okay. We're gonna accept all for now, and then we'll read them later. Okay. Let's do the back end. Yep. All right. Agent ID, payment amount. Mhm. This also needs payment amount and PayAI. Um, add payment amount for PayAI as well. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm not talking. Basically, I'm just reviewing this. Yeah, reviewing what the AI came up with to see if anything's missing or if anything needs to be fixed. Payment amount. So like all of this needs to change. Payment amount to solve. Payment amount AI. Update. We're not doing updates at the moment. Agents. It's also nice to have. This is not necessary at the moment. Gonna remove all agent stuff. Gonna go ahead and remove it from here as well. Offers, create offer, good. Get offer, good. Escrow, get escrow account. Um, Huh. Maybe this should just return the escrow account. Let me see. Uh, not doing agents. So I guess the question is, what's the benefit of having a separate uh, endpoint for the escrow? I don't think it really matters. I think the agent can just, or the backend can just create it when we're first starting. Let the backend create it when we're first starting and just return it with the. Doesn't need its own endpoint. Let's keep this simple. You can remove the escrow endpoint and just return the escrow account rather. Return the escrow account when you get offer. And the get offer endpoint. Whoa, what have you done? No. Fuck. Wrong. And read me back. Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. Development setup, install dependencies, create.env. Mm, error handling, code message details, valid request. Sure. Rate limiting. Sure. Seems reasonable. I like that. Maybe we're missing something. I'll come back and ask if we're missing something. All right, let's check out the database. Edit all payment amount to be payment amount sold and all payment amount pay AI to be payment amount pay AI. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Accept. Um, okay, it's pretty good. All right. Um, hmm, maybe instead of is active here, we'll do is registered. Oh, Looks good. We're going to remove the escrow accounts. We're going to remove transactions. Yep. And then obviously this has payment link status, escrow account. Nice. What else do we need to do here? We don't update offers. Offers to agents. One too many. Yep. Database functions, update offer status. I'm not really sure why it put all this SQL here, to be honest. But I think we can, we'll work with this. We'll see where it goes. The offer status. Nope. Okay, agent offers, yeah. Row level security. Okay. 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 Delete old offers. I don't know about that one, Chief. Let's just let's keep it simple. Let's see the SDK. It's interesting. I like that. I like that. Yeah. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this is not bad, but maybe we'll make it so that this part is done automatically. This is a good pattern. Let's see. For example, change this to mock posting. Results. Yeah. Start polling, stop polling, get jobs. Get jobs, update job status. New job. Error. Cool. Okay. I mean, this is a lot, but we'll get started with it. We probably have to edit a lot of this. Let's see. What else do we have? MCP server. What's wrong? Uh, an MCP server actually stands for Model Context Protocol. Please take a look at Model Context Protocol.io and update the MCP server to match. Did you even search, dude? You didn't even search. What? Um, that's still wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Wow, crazy. Uh, let's just X this one. Here's what I'll do. I'll say based on the README. Let's go to OpenAI. Based on the following project docs, create a README for the MCP server. First search and understand what the model context protocol is, then create a README that for the PayAI MCP server. That's also bad and annoying. Create an MD file for the MCP server only. It will interface with the AI backend. The MCP server will provide the following tools, resources, and tools. One, browse AI agents. Two, or higher. Two, make offer to AI agent. Three, fund escrow account of offer. Find offer escrow account. Four, deliver work. Five, so annoying. Please create a .md file that I can download. Let's put it in PayAI planning. MC. She. All right, I mean, this is a good start. I think I'm out of fuel for now. I'll come back and update these tomorrow. Basically, tomorrow I'll go through these and um, just riff more back and forth with the agent to see what we're missing, if anything, really bulletproof it, and then we can go from there. Let's upload this backend. SDK. Then remove this one. Add this, add this, add this. All right. Yeah, that's good enough for now. I'd say we did some good work. Obviously, there's a lot to do. You can see how easily things can grow in scope. So my job is to keep it as simple as possible as we go through this. Make sure it stays simple. Make sure the scope doesn't balloon. What we want is to get this in front of the community as fast as possible, so you all can start playing with it and we get actual feedback and actual users before we over design and over engineer. So that's the plan. We're going to make it so that the deliverables are consistent and small. Our first deliverable is this. Let me just post this. AI planning our human to agents hiring. Monetization. Excuse me. Go ahead and fetch. Go ahead and add links to the other MP files. Top of the main. Thanks. All right. And push out a quick update. Had a good stream, had a good session. Had a good session planning the future of the AIs. Geez, help me, ChatGPT. Had a good session planning the future of AIs. MCP server as well as improved human to agent hiring. So I'm gonna monetize these agents. You can see the plan here. Rough plan here. I'll dig deeper into it. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Sheesh. It's funny. All right, guys. This was fun. If you're not part of the PayAI community yet, join up. Alternatively, if you're a fan of Telegram, you can head up to Telegram. There's a link here. Gonna head to bed soon. We'll catch you all tomorrow. Let's get these agents paid. Come on.